Hi there, Paul Smith back with you again here on the Daily God Walk page. And I'm going to be reading to you today from the Daily God Walk devotional. We're in the series for this whole year that we're calling the Christ Walk. And this month we are focusing on words. There are devotions on the words that God has spoken to us, His powerful word. There are devotions on the words that we speak and how powerful they are. There are devotions on words that we should be speaking, though from Philippians 4:8, where Paul says to think on these things. And finally, there are devotions on what the Spirit is saying to the churches, taken from Revelation. I know you will enjoy these devotions. In fact, I would like for you to have a whole book, and I'll give you instructions on how to do that when we're finished. But I want to read to you right now from our devotion. It's titled, We Are Held Accountable to Our Words. And the scripture is from Matthew 12:34 to 37. Out of the overflow of the heart, the mouth speaks. I tell you that men will have to give account on the day of judgment for every careless word they have spoken. For by your words you will be acquitted, and by your words you will be condemned. Well, being condemned isn't a pleasant thought, is it? And I don't know about you, but I've spoken to many careless words in my life, and I'm not sure I want to face them all at once. Do you think Jesus meant that he would literally face all of our words on the day of judgment? To get perspective, we need to look at the verses that precede these verses. He's talking about cause and effect. He says, make a tree good and its fruit will be good. He then goes on to say that those he is addressing are like vipers with very little good coming out of their mouths. And further states, out of the overflow of the heart, the mouth speaks. Jesus seems to be saying that the attitude of our heart will determine what and how we speak. He follows verse 34 with, the good man brings good things out of the good stored up in him, and the evil man brings evil things out of the evil stored up in him. You see, Jesus is saying that the heart of the evil person will spew out words that are not conducive to life. In that context, we read that we will be acquitted, or as King James reads, justified or condemned by our words. And it's not as much the words themselves that the good or the evil is promoting or prompting, but it's what is behind us, the evil in us, that is prompting the words which is going to be judged. In view of this passage, it would be good for us to not only be careful of the words we use, but to also look inside ourselves to see what is causing us to use the words we use. If our words are peace and blessing, then we have the right motivation. But if they are harsh, disrupting, and judging, then we may need an attitude adjustment. Something to think about, isn't it? There's an affirmation that I've put with this devotion. It goes like this: I constantly examine my heart to be sure that what I harbor there is true, just, lovely, and good, so that the words I speak will be true, just, lovely, and good. That is a good thought to meditate upon throughout this day. Well, that's our devotion for today, and I would like to encourage you to give some thought to how you can make your words count for good. And if you would like to have this whole book, the whole month of devotions on words, words that God speaks to us, words we should be speaking, words we need to be thinking about, and words that the Spirit is speaking to the church. If you'd like to have that whole devotional, simply go to dailygodwalk.org and explore that site. You'll find a way that you can order this book simply by giving us your name and email address and following through. We'll give you immediate access. God bless. You have a wonderful day, and we'll be back with you again shortly.